Sorry, I thought I could pee faster. Hello, how's it going? Welcome to stream. It is Friday. It is the day of Fry. The day... you're like supposed to eat fish or something on Fridays, right? Yes, I definitely hold myself to that expectation every single week, and I hope you do too, otherwise that is highly illegal. I'm gonna have to report you to the fish police. Because those are the guys who regulate everything, if you didn't know that. Yeah. Pretty common misconception that the regular police handles people who don't eat fish on Fridays. But actually they have a specific force for that. It's called the fish police. Yeah, it's like a little fun fact for you right there. But yeah, how are you doing? What happened to Wednesday? So I wanted to stream Rain World on Wednesday, but I had to go for my blood test, and for some reason, whenever I get a blood test done, it just like knocks me out for the rest of the day. I don't know if they're like taking way too much blood from me or something like that, but yeah, I was kind of dead after that, so. And I was like, okay, I have to play frickin' Rain World on stream, notoriously known for being a very difficult game. Yeah, this isn't gonna work. So I skipped stream on Wednesday, I apologize. Just a heads up, I am taking next week off streams as well, like the whole week. As part of my newish stream schedule, I guess. I've decided to take the first week of every month off. But theoretically that should help me keep up with the 3 times a week streams for the rest of the month, so yeah, more Rain World in 2 weeks, there you go. Okay, please give me a sec, it's getting very dark in my room. I've gotta open the blind. Oh, I'm getting head part like red as I wanna... Okay, there we go. Okay. If you're a regular viewer of the stream, you may be familiar with me frequently complaining about being blinded by the sun gods. I actually finally got a frickin' blackout blind, and it slaps, it goes hard, it works very well, and it makes me very happy. What the heck? Alex, what the heck? What the heck, Alex? What the heck? What the actual heck, Alex? What the heck? You broke Chip. Even the meow was like really fast. I mean, that's how it is, I think. Wait, let me see if I can repeat it. Yeah, like it says running, but it's just not. I cancel it and replay it.
Happy Turkey and Black Friday, Chip. Hope we're doing well.
What? That was so cute. The heck? I'm doing very well, thank you very much, dude. Welcome in, I hope you're doing well. You may or may not know, we don't really celebrate Turkey Day over here in Europe. But, happy Thanksgiving, late Thanksgiving to everybody who celebrate. Oh, warum bin ich Deutsch? Nee, I'm not doing this. I think, but I cancelled it. Why is it why did it switch me again? I don't understand. Wait, I'm just gonna override it myself. Wait, give me a sec. How do I do that again? Feels extremely cursed to speak English with this model. The time's gonna be up anyway by the time I figure out what to do. Here we go. This one. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. Eat a lot of delicious food, I can imagine. Yeah, but see, that wasn't 5 minutes. What's going on with my timers? Stream doesn't want me to be chipped today. Okay, anyway, gotta get my bearings straight. My brain is like working even worse than usual lately. I don't know why. Okay. So I'm just gonna be freaking, as you can see, doing art commissions today. It's gonna be chill, we're gonna be chatting, we're gonna be vibing. And yeah, happy Black Friday. I guess. Oh, my favorite holiday. I definitely always remember that Black Friday is a thing, and I totally don't miss out on it every single year. I mean, okay, it's like a good time to like get Christmas presents already, but personally I find it kind of cursed to already think about Christmas in November. I know it's like a month off, so it's not really that cursed if you really think about it, but it just feels cursed to me. And you know what? Most freaking Black Friday deals anyway, these companies literally raise their prices a week before Black Friday, so when Black Friday comes around they reduce it back to the normal price and they're like, yo, check out this massive Black Friday deal. Yeah, I've seen the Black Friday chaos in America. It's kind of funny because over here in Germany, the companies like make a big deal out of it. Like they'll have like these crazy big signs being like, yo, it's Black Week, the entire week of savings, like, yo, amazing deals. You better act quick or else it'll all be gone. But if you actually go shopping on Friday, like today, it's like the shops are as busy as usual. It's sometimes even empty. It's really funny how hard companies are trying to push it over here, but the German public just doesn't care. It's very entertaining. Yeah, over here people are like way more hyped about Christmas markets. Which I can kind of understand. They're very like cozy, and they're very nice because there's a lot of like independent sellers who sell their stuff at Christmas markets. It's pretty nice. You can get some like handmade stuff, and not like buy things from corporations for the same price that they were a week ago. Almost done completing my PC build. Nice. Freaking that day when it's finally complete. Provided you built it correctly. So freaking satisfying. Maybe getting a new drawing tablet for Christmas. Hell yeah. Literally getting a Black Friday deal ad right now. Yo, you gotta get it, bro. It's a one-time opportunity. You'll definitely never see this offer ever again. Skunk jump scare. Is it a jump scare every single time I change my avatar? Technically, right? Speaking of which, I know I keep saying it, but I'm genuinely gonna have the vote for the next avatar up pretty soon. I have good news. My next animation on chipflake is basically done. It just needs sound design actually, and I usually add the Patreon credits like a day before, just in case any. Is it raining? Or is my PC making weird noises? That sound's coming from my headphones. What? What is making that weird noise? Anyway, what was I saying? Went from watching a chipflake vid to joining stream. Yo, great timing. What was I saying? Oh, it's always so cool when you have a brain, an entire. Oh yeah, the avatar is the avatar mode's gonna start actually soon. The next video is basically done. It's gonna drop next Thursday, hopefully, and I'm really excited for it because it's okay. Like I want to say it's big, but it's only 2 minutes long. But the concept is big.
Hello, hope you have a good foods and have an amazing day. I am very thankful to have found an amazing animator and artist such as you. Thank you for the great times, Chip.
Dude, what the heck? That's so sweet of you. Oh my god. Thank you, Master Gamer, you absolute legend. You're so freaking sweet, and I really appreciate you stopping by all the time and it being like, yo, here's a nice message. It makes my day. Thank you so much, dude. I hope you're having an awesome day as well. Wholesome, I know, right? Somehow the German accent makes it even more wholesome. It just sounds so cute. I think the music just has like a noise effect on it. It sounds so weird. It sounds like it would be raining outside. Okay, anyway, yeah, thank you for the reminder, Alex. Yeah, my next video, it's like big as in concept. It's still only 2 minutes long because, you know, animation. But I'm really excited for it. I've kind of been feeling like I need a little bit of a content change recently. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not out here about to like start doing top 10 videos or anything like that. But I wanted to try something new, sort of new, and I really hope you're gonna like it, because I'd love to do more of it. You gotta understand everything that I'm talking about when it releases. But yeah, in regards to that, now that the main bulk of work for that video is done, I can focus on other things, including finishing off the concept art for the next characters that I want to add to my streams. So yeah, you'll finally be able to vote on who the next model should be, and then I can probably start hey, that timing works out really well, actually. If I start the vote this week or next week, the beginning of next week, then it'll be open for that entire week, the week that I take off, actually, and then we could start working on the model itself on the stream the week after. Oh yeah. How do you talk with the cat? Which cat? You mean the one over there or the one here? Bro's so polite. Polite is an excellent word. Yeah, I made the artistic decision to not have mouth tracking on the chip model. I don't know why, but it just felt really fitting. Nothing better than watching a stream drawing commissions while I also have pending commissions to do. Yeah, we do a little bit co-working. We work together at the same time. It helps you concentrate. Kinda. Yes. Some people it helps you. Some people it makes them more distracted, but. Personally, I like having art streams on in the background while I work on my own art. It's very relaxing. Should I get Moho or Clip Studio Paint? Well, I've never used Moho, so I can't answer that question. I can recommend Clip Studio Paint just because I really like it. But considering I've never used Moho, I can't really, like, make an honest, you know, maybe it's, like, really good and, like, way better, but I just don't know. You know? Maybe someone in chat who's used both can give you a recommendation. We have artists in the chat. Ah. Been facing art block recently, but for no reason at all. Dude, same actually. It's been so annoying. Whenever I try to work on art for myself lately, I just can't do it. I can't freaking draw. I feel like I've forgotten how to draw. And then I do like commissions like this and suddenly I can draw again. It's like I'm freaking like I can only draw for other people nowadays. I hate it. Meow.
I'd immer dip out. Gotta get some sleep. Hope you have an awesome rest of the day. Ein good stream. Größer als.
Vielen Dank, Alex. Einen schönen Tag noch. Danke, dass du hier warst. Weiß gar nicht, ob du irgendwas verstehst, aber danke. Du verstehst bestimmt das Wort Danke, ne? Ja. Ich glaube, jeder kennt das Wort Danke, ne? Bestimmt. Ja. Und dann ist das halt so. Hallo? Okay, I thought it wasn't going to change me back. I was basically just saying thank you over and over again. And I was like, I don't think you could understand. But maybe, like, you could probably understand the word danke because it's like, you know, thanks. I feel like everyone knows the word danke. But yeah, if you didn't leave yet, thank you, Alex. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful hacking day. Because you deserve it. Yippee! Why did I choose Japanese to learn, not German? I mean, Japanese is a really cool language. I gotta say, personally, I kinda like... As much as it would... There's like several languages that I find cool and would be cool to know. But I already know, personally, that I would not be able to retain the information. Because, you know, the only times I would use Japanese is like watching anime and going to Japanese restaurants. So it might be useful to learn how to read it, at least. And maybe some, like, food words. But in terms of, like, if I'm gonna learn another language, it will probably be Dutch. Because I basically live right next to the border, so I go there quite a lot. So I would actually use it. And it also has the added bonus of kind of being like almost like a mix of English and German. There's a lot of words that are very similar to German or English words. Your voice is really nice to listen to. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'm glad to hear it. It would kind of be bad for me if my voice was annoying to listen to. Yes. Then no one would watch my streams. OMG, chipflake exists IRL? Does he? I don't believe that. Chipflake is simply a figment of your imagination. You are currently dreaming right now. Sounds so similar yet distinctly different. Thank you for all the headpads, by the way. Yeah, it does. It's kind of funny, like how similar it is sometimes. Meow meow meow. Oh yeah, I was talking about art block, wasn't I? I don't actually get art block too often. But yeah, I think it's like partially because I've been feeling so like mentally exhausted lately. I still don't really know why. I thought it was my vitamin D acting up. Because I spent like 20 minutes on the last stream raving about this. But regardless of taking vitamins, I am still having the tired sleepy. So I don't know what my problem is. I think... I think actually, you know what? My problem is probably because when I'm drawing stuff for commissions, I'm using this very... I mean, it's not very simple, but it's like pretty simplistic art style and very cartoony and stuff. But when I try to draw when I draw stuff for myself, it's usually in a bit of a more detailed and like semi-realistic style almost. Which is just like objectively more difficult to do. Or at least there's a lot more room for like... Oh, there's like a perfect word in the back of my head, but I can't rip it out. There's a lot more room for interpretation, I guess, when you do like cartoony styles. Like if the head is like slightly too big, it's like you can kind of consider that part of the style, for example. But if you're drawing something a bit more realistic, it's going to be really noticeable if your proportions are off. I think that's the issue I'm having. I'm just so used to drawing cartoony stuff for my videos and commissions and stuff that when I'm trying to get back into my more realistic style, I'm kind of struggling. I think that's the issue. Is art block where you don't know what to draw or you don't have the motivation to draw? My personal understanding of it is it's kind of like you try to draw, but nothing you draw comes out right. To like a very frustrating degree. You just like, you can't draw what you want to draw for some reason. But I think you could probably apply a motivation issue to that as well, like you want to draw but you're just sitting and staring at your page for some reason. Yeah, for me it's the I'm trying to draw stuff, but it just, everything I draw just doesn't look right. Usually how I get out of art block is to try to figure out like what exactly the problem is. Kind of like what I was just theorizing about with the cartoon versus realism stuff. And I try to just like take some time to study instead of just like drawing freehand stuff. That usually helps me a lot with art block. It's kind of like building my confidence back up, I guess. That's some great advice. Thank you. I'm glad you find it useful. I feel like whenever people talk about art block, most people just suggest to take a break, which I find definitely does help in certain cases. But for me, a lot of the times, regardless of if I take a break or not, or... Hello? Okay. Like, if I take a break, even if it's like really long, really short, whatever, I come back and I still have art block and I just feel really bad about that. It makes me feel worse because it's like, I just spent all that time off for no reason. So, when I find like different solutions for those kinds of problems, I want to share it because I'm betting that there's other people out there who also have this issue, that taking a break doesn't always solve their art block issues. Oh, another tip actually, sometimes just changing mediums helps a lot. So if I've been drawing on my iPad a lot and I'm kind of struggling, I can grab my sketchbook and sometimes just like drawing on paper with a proper pencil. Sometimes that just helps. I don't know what the psychology behind that is, but finally caught it on the stream. Welcome in. Apologies if I've missed a lot of messages, by the way. When I go on these rambles, I kind of tune out chat a little bit. I'm sorry. What? Yeah. This is turning out very cute. I'm happy. I think literally every single wiggle icon I've made, I've been happy with the result. Which is very rare for me, but I will take it. Because the only thing worse than making art for yourself and hating it is making art for somebody else and hating it. Had that problem a lot with the normal icons, like the more detailed ones. And just like custom art in general. always had this issue that it didn't come out as good as I wanted it to, and it made me feel bad, so that's why I don't offer those anymore. Haven't popped into one of these forever, OML. Well, welcome back. Thank you for popping in again. Appreciate it. Why do you trace over it a second time? Because this is a wiggle icon. I can show you actually. It's animated. So this is what it looks like with 2 frames, which is definitely okay looking. It's not bad. But personally I like how it looks with three wiggly frames. It just adds like 1 extra frame that makes it look a little bit less repetitive, I guess? I don't know. It wiggle, it sure do. I sure do enjoy the wiggles. I'm working on some other commission types that to add to my shop actually. Now that I know how to animate in live 2D, I have brewed some ideas in my brain for more animations I can offer. Excuse me. Which you might see me working on today. I'm still working on like example pieces for them. Although I do have some other wiggly boys to do, so I might not get to it. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Hello cats, meow. What the meow? What? I can't believe it's frickin' almost December already. I'm crying. Year's ending too fast. I'm scared. I am afraid of the concept of time. I'm also not ready for Christmas at all. I don't have any ideas. Usually I'm pretty good with Christmas ideas, like gifts for people. Throughout, like literally throughout the year, I always pay attention to what people say. Like if they're like, oh, I wish I had X thing. It might be like May, but I write it down in my little notes app on my phone. And then by the time Christmas or their birthday comes around, I have this really nice list to pick from. But this year was just a desert for ideas. Nobody was talking about stuff they want. Or they, like... certain family members of mine have gotten several raises at work this year. So whenever they wanted something, they would just buy it themselves. And it's like, I'm happy for you, but also I'm running out of Christmas ideas here. Today is my best friend's birthday. Yo, tell him happy birthday from me. Doing a Secret Santa thing this year. Wonder how that'll go. That sounds cool. I don't think I've ever done a Secret Santa personally. They don't want anything, they're perfectly happy. I know, right? Like, come on. Request more material possessions, please. I'm struggling over here. When in doubt, money. I almost wish that I could just gift people money for Christmas. But like, with certain family members, that just feels a bit like, unthoughtful, I suppose. Like you're kinda expected to like show your appreciation for the person by getting them something that they would like actually appreciate, you know, and like actually think about the person they are and what kind of thing they would like. Which is I understand, but also it's kind of exhausting. Favorite Christmas food? Oh, you know what's interesting? In the UK, the meal you eat at Christmas is kind of like the same. Like every year you eat like a turkey dinner. Maybe you'll have chicken if you're weird. The standard is just like a turkey dinner. But in Germany, I remember the first time I spent Christmas here. My partner and his family were like, "Ooh, what are we gonna do for Christmas this year?" I was like, "What? What do you mean?" Like they actually eat different things every year. It's very unusual to me as a Brit, as a boring Brit, I suppose. I think it's kind of the same in the US, right? You also just kind of eat like a turkey dinner, kind of like on Thanksgiving, or is it different to Thanksgiving? Ah. What is Christmas in Germany like? I mean, honestly, it's not super different to in the UK. The main difference is that it's celebrated on the 24th and not the 25th. And also, another big difference I noticed was, I don't know if that's like a standard thing. No, it is like an international thing, right? In the UK and in America, I think as well. It's standard to open your gifts on Christmas morning, like on the 25th in the morning when you get up. And then you go and have a meal with your family, right? That's how I've always done it. But in Germany, you meet up on the 24th, and you have your meal, and then you open your gifts after the meal. Very interesting and unusual. So yeah, I might be streaming on the on the 25th this year, because we're gonna spend Christmas with our families on the 24th. And the 25th is a Wednesday, so Christmas Rain World. Maybe. I mean, sometimes we meet up with like a smaller portion of the family on the 25th and like eat the leftovers. So we'll see. Why a turkey every year? Why is that a tradition? Yeah, there's probably like a really interesting historical reason for it that I do not know. Someone who is knowledgeable or good at using Google, please feel free to enlighten us. My family has like a party with snacks and cookies instead of a sit-down meal. That's what my family in the UK used to do for New Year's actually. Had like a little buffet. And I think, yeah, we did it on the 26th of December as well. If we went if I wasn't visiting other family. What is backseat gaming? That is the term for... Well, when I do gaming streams, I don't want people in chat to, like, tell me what to do. That's basically what I mean by that. If I'm, like, playing Rain World, for example, which has a lot of platforming, and they're like, go to the left and up. I'm like... Actually, I'm gonna go right. Screw you. Nah, but it's important to me to like figure stuff out myself when I play games on stream, so I try to discourage people from telling me what to do in the game, unless I specifically ask for it. Ah. Oh, meow, 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 meow. Second chipflake in chat? What the heck? That's not me, by the way, just in case it wasn't obvious enough. Time to ban you for life for impersonation. What the skunk drinking? I'm drinking the Beppis. As usual. You do gaming streams? Yeah, I'm pretty, they're pretty rare because I'm a weirdo and, I feel anxious being watched while I play games. But last time I streamed Rain World, it was actually really fun and everyone was super nice and it was cool, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna ignore my stupid brain and just do it again. But yeah, here we go. Here's what it looks like with 3 layers, which I feel like looks a bit nicer than just 2, which would look like this. Yeah. Great news for the skunk community. I am a little bit scared though of that point in the game where it gets really hard. Because if you don't know that about me, I have a very bad habit of when something is a bit difficult, and I can sense that I'm gonna be stuck on it for a long time, my motivation just depletes. And I'm a little bit afraid of that happening while I play Rainworld. But we'll see. We'll see, I suppose. Okay, this dude is orange. I hope I'm gonna select the right colors because the reference is a traditional piece and I don't know if it's if the lighting is affecting how the colors look or anything. It's probably fine. That point in the game where it gets really hard, the main menu. Yeah, the character select screen is like impossible, like that part where you have to press right to walk right, like I was struggling. And then we got I feel like he's missing a strand of hair actually. Should be another one like over here. Yeah, I think that's good. Ugh. Hello, I am a drummer, but that's not what I do on Twitch. Oh, why not? That sounds like it would be really fun to watch. Part where I had to activate my single brain cell to comprehend what's on the stream. On the screen is what I struggle with the most. That is, see, you get it. Bro, that part where I have to open my eyeballs in the morning and exit my bed. That's what I struggle with probably the most out of everything. Like, I don't know why life has to be so hard, honestly. Hello there, love your work by the way. Thank you very much, I appreciate it. Welcome in by the way. World Chess Championship is happening right now. Yo, how can I miss the World Chess Championship? Chess is like my favorite game. I'm so good at it. I definitely know how to play it. Basically playing it all day, every day I am. Can't get enough of it. Have you ever drank Marty? Is it pronounced Marty or Mate, mate? I have. It's kind of weird. I don't know if I like it. I definitely don't hate it. I know a lot of people hate it. I think I gotta like drink it more often though. Meow.
Eine Katze sagt Miau, einen Slug-Katze sagt Wawa.
Is that true? Is that true in the Rainworld lore that slug cats go wah-wah? That's freaking adorable and I love it. Yo, I didn't know you streamed on Twitch. Been watching your vids on YouTube for almost 8 years. Yo. Heck yeah. Welcome in. I started streaming on Twitch just this year actually, back in March. Also, thank you very much, Sculpture. I really appreciate it, dude. Just in case you couldn't figure out what what that says. It's a cat says meow, a slug cat says wawa. Big if true. Any advice for getting better at drawing? I do some myself, but I can't tell if what I make is good or what I make is good or not. I'm gonna be honest. I kind of struggle to figure out if what I make is good or not. You could try. Like I totally sympathize with like you're trying to like get feedback from your friends and they always say it's good and you don't know if they mean if they're like being honest or not or just want to be nice to you. I totally get that. In that case, you could always try posting on posting your art and asking for feedback on like Reddit and other websites like that. But yeah, a big thing for me personally is I spend a lot of time specifically studying things that I want to improve on in my art. I'll very often take a look at art that I've made and I'll think to myself, okay, what do I want to improve on this? And for example, I'll be like, oh, I feel like the clothes I drew on this character look really flat, and I've seen examples of other people's artwork where they draw clothes and they look really like fluffy and realistic and nice. So then I'll take the time to I usually start by looking up a bunch of YouTube videos about the topic. And then I'll collect some examples of some really well-drawn clothes and try to figure out for myself what makes them good and how I can apply that to my own work. It's kind of like with the art block thing where everybody just says like, oh, just take a break. It's like that can be helpful to some people, but a lot of us not. A lot of people, when they're like, how do I improve my art? They're just like, just practice. And it's like, okay. I can't practice, sure, but I feel like you kind of need something specific that you practice in order to like actually benefit from the practice. Ah. One thing I take pride in is someone saying you should stop using the circle tool despite me not using it. That is amazing. You're the frickin' circle drawing master. Just get friends who are brutally honest. You get accurate feedback at the cost of your mental health. Yeah, unfortunately I can't really give you an exact place where you can get good art criticism. I just know that there are like art Discord servers out there and subreddits. You're just gonna have to like do some research to try to figure out which ones are like not toxic, I guess. Thank you for the resub, by the way, Winter Gaming, you absolute legend. I hope you're doing well, by the way. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, I may be a bit late. Don't worry about it. I do apologize though, because I am gonna go and take a quick break, because I gotta go to the bathroom. I drank my Beppis too quick. Okay, I will be right back in about 5 minutes. Don't forget that. No! 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 That's 350. Hello, welcome back. Hope you had a fun break. Hope you got some snacks and drinkies. If you would like. You don't have to, obviously. But yes. Back to art. Artwork. Working on art. I love that dog animation. The cat versus dog, that's like one of my favorite animations I've made. Such a fun concept, honestly. Well, yeah, let's get back to it. And as usual, feel free to share anything. Share what you're working on as well if you're working on anything. Always interested in what other people are up to. Unless you're one of those weirdos who just watches stream and doesn't do anything else. Just kidding, of course. If you do that, that's amazing, and I appreciate it a lot. Sequel when? I will say it's definitely not off the table that a sequel will happen at some point. Working on rigging a creature I've been working on in Blender for a while. Ooh. I feel like I say this a lot, but Blender's one of those things that I've always kind of wanted to get into, but just never had the time. Sadly. How is your day going? It's going pretty well, actually. Working on working. Makes sense. Would be offended, but I am in fact a weirdo. You know what? Being a weirdo is not a bad thing. Let's finally accept weirdos. I consider myself a weirdo as well. There we go. Just reading a book on networks and philosophy. Philosophy. Cool. How do you watch a stream whilst reading a book though? That's some impressive multitasking right there. How do you read a book with me yapping in your ear about art and being a weirdo? It's... Hi Chip, hello, welcome in. Working on relaxing. Now that's hard work. I'm impressed. Do you watch Has-Been Hotel? I watched the pilot that came out on YouTube. And I watched the pilot that came out on Amazon as well. And I gotta say, it's not my thing. I'm kinda interested in watching it maybe one day, but it's not high on my priorities. To be honest, I liked the old pilot a lot better than the new one. But I've heard that the later episodes get a lot better. To be completely honest though, I kinda don't really like musicals. So that's kind of a big reason why I'm not that interested in catching up with it. Sorry. Frickin' Digital Circus is another one that I still haven't watched. I know I'm like the worst quote-unquote indie animation fan in the world. What's with the bed cake from last stream? Does it look better? It does. I improved on it. You're gonna see it next Thursday when the video goes live. What tea do you prefer drinking? Why am I constantly being asked about tea? I feel like I talk about tea in every episode. every episode, every stream. I swear it's just because people keep asking and not because I'm obsessed with tea. Personally, I only drink like British black tea, which is like a mix of teas, I believe. I don't really like any other tea. And I especially don't like fruit teas. I don't understand the appeal. Just like drinking freaking like lightly flavored water. I'm not a fan of flavored water either. That's my tea / flavored water hot take for you right there. Chip is 20% tea. Probably at this point, actually. I drink tea at least once a day. I'll turn my volume down a sec. You're being stereotyped and you should feel very offended. I see, I see. I'll take notes for next time. I will remember to be offended next time. Also, hello everyone who's just joining. I hope you're having a good day. Thank you for checking out stream. I would like to... I would like to apologize for being a bad streamer. I'm kind of bad at keeping up with chat sometimes, so please don't feel like I'm ignoring you. I'm just terrible at multitasking. How long does it take to learn animation? That's a kind of hard question to answer personally. Because I'm totally self-taught. And I honestly can't really say like what was the point where I could say like I have learned animation. You know what I mean? Like I kind of just like did it over time and I just got better at it over time. So I can't really like answer that question honestly. Because you could technically learn how to animate in like a day. Just by figuring out how the program you want to use works. But it doesn't mean it's going to be good. I think that's the issue, isn't it? Meow 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 meow. Eyes. I need to do the eyes. I don't mind always being spotted by streamers. I just like to say something and I don't have to get a comment from a streamer. I appreciate that. There's a lot of people who do mind. And I try to remind myself that like it's okay that I have this kind of streaming style where I'm not reading out every single message. And if people don't like that, they can just watch somebody else. But then my people-pleasing side is like, yo, you don't want to upset these people. You just gotta drop the disclaimer that you can't read every single message. Otherwise, they're gonna be mad at you. What does become adorable do? It turns me into a chippy. It makes my eyes incredibly large, and it gives me a big fluffy tail. Imagine streaming? Yeah, who would do that, honestly? Technically you can animate instantly, but to be good would take like 1,000 hours of work. Yeah, it's really hard to just say like it takes this amount of hours of learning or work or whatever. Really depends on the person and the methods they're using to do it. I'm like trying to think of what point in my life I would say I was like, I could consider myself like actually an animator and not just like a kid making slideshows. I think I was pretty decent at it by the time I was like 12. And I think, oh, maybe like 13 actually. Let's say 13. And I started when I was like 10, I would say. So like 3 years to get past the point where it was just like slideshows and barely what you could call animation. And that's also with prior arts knowledge as well, abilities I guess. So if you want to learn how to animate but you also don't know how to draw, then you got even more work to do. Can we see? See what? I was kind of not paying attention there. Oh, the chibi avatar, you mean? Don't worry, it'll probably get redeemed at some point during the stream. Have you tried Krombacher Spezi? I have. It's pretty good. It's not like the kind of drink where I'm like, oh, I'm really in the mood for a Spezi right now. But it's good. Do you touch grass often? It's a genuine question. Probably not as often as I should. But I do go outside at least 3 times a week. Is 17 too late to start? Absolutely not. Not at all. It's never too late to start learning a new skill, in my opinion. As long as you know, constantly remind yourself that it's okay to not be as good as other people your age who started like a million years ago. You know, like, be kind to yourself and like accept that you gotta like, that it's gonna take you a bit of time to be at the level that you want to be. But yeah, it's never too late to start learning how to animate. Hey, that rhymed. I totally did that on purpose. Trying to redeem become adorable, but it says out of stock? What? What do you mean out of stock? Wait, let me see. Yeah, I don't know why it would say that, because I don't have any kind of like maximum redemption thing. That's really strange. I've never heard of that before. I do have a cooldown that you can only do it every 5 minutes. But it hasn't been redeemed for a while, so theoretically you should be able to do it. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about, I'm sorry. I mean, I don't know. I can be I can become cute real quick. Don't worry about it. Here we go. Since enough people asked. Hello and goodbye. Hello and goodbye. Have a good day. Thanks for stopping in. Cute Socks is so squishy. He is. The way Saku Kitty rigged this avatar is so like satisfying. Help, my cat is staring at me. Well, stare back. Do you have an idol or someone you look up to as an animator? I don't really consider anyone I take inspiration from as like an idol, or like... I guess I look up to them though. I've been following an artist called Aaron for a long time. He's an ex-Disney animator, I believe. And is obviously an extremely good animator that I find very inspiring. I also really like the artist. I always forget his second name. I believe he's called Sean Keller. I think he's actually also an ex-Disney animator, but don't quote me on that. He makes really really weird YouTube videos, in all honesty. But like his animation style is just so satisfying to look at. That's the kind of style that I want to animate into. What's up? Not much. What's up with you? It does blink a lot though. I think that's an issue with the tracking. The reason I don't have it on my main model just has like an auto blink rather than being tracked to when I actually close my eyes in real life. I don't know, maybe my camera doesn't register my eyes properly, I don't know. What stuff did you skip in animation that you think it would be better if you knew it earlier? Definitely the frickin' the 12 principles. It took me an embarrassingly long amount of time to actually look into what those are. Yeah, if you don't know what those are, but you want to be an animator, I highly recommend There's actually a really nice YouTube series about it. I think the entire thing is only like 40 minutes in total. I highly recommend looking into that. It's gonna make your life a lot easier. Yeah, that's the kind of thing you risk missing out on if you are self-taught. Unfortunately. Sock small tape to wall? What do you mean? No. Don't stop bullying me just because I'm small. Is it good to migrate to Germany? I find it kind of hard to answer that because I feel like migrating to any country, whether it's a good idea or not, highly depends on so many different factors, including like who you are as a person, what that country can offer you, like so many different things. I mean, it worked out for me personally. I really like this country. But I don't think that applies to every single person, so it's a bit hard to be like, yeah, come to Germany, you'll love it. Also for like countries as big as Germany as well. I can only speak for the state that I live in, or even like the specific area that I live in. Like, I can't speak for like the east of Germany, for example. That might be not a good place to migrate to, you know what I mean? What's the tap water like in Germany? It is exquisite. Inexistent, the taps pour beer. In all seriousness, the tap water is actually amazing and beautiful, and it should taste like that all over the world. In the UK, it's trash. It tastes like chlorine. It's disgusting. Horrid. The thing is, so many Germans decide to drink bottled water anyway, even though they have this delectable tap water, because they like it when water go bubble bubble. The Germans are big fans of spicy water. The fermented cabbage dish? Do you mean sauerkraut, or are you talking about something else? We don't have water, it's water-flavored chlorine. More like chlorine-flavored chlorine. But at least, it's like actually clear and not, you know, brown. Like in some places in the US. Hi, hello, welcome in. Welcome to what I like to call a stream. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I used to not like spicy water, aka carbonated water, before I came to Germany. And at this point, I've just drank it so much that it tastes good now. It's like oddly refreshing. And I find that it kinda tricks your brain into thinking you're drinking soda, so it's a nice way to drink more water and less soda. Okay, I think I'm not missing anything. from the design itself. I just hope that I've interpreted it correctly, because the ref that I was given is a traditional piece, and I feel like the lighting is kind of messing with the colors in it. So I hope I did it accurately. When you first started animation, what software did you use? In the very beginning, I used Microsoft Paint and Windows Movie Maker. And I made absolute masterpieces. Do you watch streams? I actually, I kind of like go through phases of watching streams versus watching YouTube videos. Usually while I'm working. I've also had phases in the past where I would watch streams whilst playing a game where you have to grind in. I would like shiny hunt while I had a stream on in the background, for example, in Pokemon. I thought spicy water was alcohol, because my cousin says that to her kids to tell them to stop drinking the spicy water. Why are they drinking the spicy water in the first place? Yeah, sorry for the confusion on that part. It's kind of an inside joke, I guess. I've always called it spicy water, like with my partner. It's kind of a... It's kind of inspired by spicy pillows. You know, when a battery is about to explode, it gets really fat, and you call it a spicy pillow. I don't know. That's the inspiration, I guess. What? Chipflake real? Really? I kinda doubt that. Watching the stream while playing on a modded Minecraft server. Hell yeah. Can I get an A for Movie Maker? Absolutely. Hope you had a good Thanksgiving. If you wenn du das was heißt das Wort? Habe ich komplett vergessen. Wenn du was heißt das? Feierst, wenn du das feierst. Oh mein Gott. Ja, in Deutschland feiern wir keine Thanksgiving. Okay, yeah, thanks for that. As I was saying, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Europe, but thank you for the... my brain. Thank you for the... for the wishes. What? I don't know. That whole minute was so adorable. Shut up. Are you fluent in German? Couldn't you tell by that beautiful display of my German knowledge? Yeah, I'm sadly... I wouldn't consider myself fluent when I can, like, have conversations with people entirely in German, but I will make a lot of grammar and pronunciation mistakes, which prevent me from being fluent. But I'm trying to work on it. That's kind of like partly why I have that whole turn German for a minute thing. It's like forcing me to speak the language. You're the motivation why I want to speak German, really. You only want to learn an entirely new language just so you can understand me for a minute every time it gets redeemed on stream. That is interesting. Okay, I think they asked for a pink background. Let me just check that real quick. Before they actually said, please, whatever you do, do not make the background pink. Yeah, okay, they wanted a pink background. Okay, good. So let's do... like this color, and then I'm gonna do some lighter splashes. German is hard to learn, in my opinion. Is it? Is it that much harder than, like, Spanish, for example? I'd say, like, one of the most difficult things about German is the articles, you know, instead of just having one word for the, they have like 2 million. And there's no way to know if an article, if a word, like, there's no way to know which word has which article. You just have to know it. There's like some rules you can follow to like make an educated guess. Like most words that end with E are usually D. But even that is not true for every single word that ends with E, you know what I mean? I guess things like that can make it hard. But at the same time, like, people still understand me if I use the wrong article. You know what I think is really cool about German that makes it a lot easier? The vast majority of words are spelt the way you pronounce them. You know how in English we have a bunch of words that are spelled in a certain way, where you would think they would be pronounced in a certain way, but then actually they're not? And there's also no way to figure out how it's pronounced, you just have to have heard the word before. That's pretty rare in German. For most words, if you know how to pronounce the letters, you're probably gonna pronounce the word right. Which is really cool. And nice. Worst/hardest thing about Spanish is its accentuating. I don't even know what that means. Feel free to elaborate. Yeah, English is freaking annoying sometimes, like. And that's why I don't get it when people are so hard on people who have accents, you know? It's like they don't understand how stupid the englische Sprache ist. Manchmal. Jetzt muss ich nochmal überlegen, was ich sagen wollte, aber auf Deutsch. Supi, danke. Ja. So, manche Leute, die nur Englisch kennen, sind viel zu gemein. Wenn jemand nur einen Akzent hat. Das finde ich nicht gut. Das ist doof. I was kind of just repeating what I said in English. That there's like these people who literally only know the English language, and then they like shit on people who English is not their first language because they have an accent. Like they use like the most impressive vocabulary, but because they have an accent, people think they're like stupid. It's so annoying. Finally, I could catch you live. Just want to say thank you so much for your normal videos on YouTube. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. Thank you for the very wholesome comment. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope you're having a really good Friday as well. Freitag. Wah 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 wah. So like, do we consider the word shit like a bad word? Like, yeah, it's technically a curse word, but personally I've never considered it like so bad that I should never say it on stream. Imagine being so far behind in time zones that it's still Friday. Yeah, we're just so far behind New Zealand. Like, you guys are just so advanced compared to us. You're even ahead in time. Happy Black Friday. Is this a thing we're saying now? Welcome in. Whoa, 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 whoa. We had a curse jar when I was a kid, lasted about a month and was ended when my grandma was the largest contributor. That's really funny. I was never allowed to swear in my mum's household. Even though she was, of course, because of course. But if I ever swore, like, she would be so mad. And then I would go to primary school and swear my brains out because I thought it was cool. It was not cool. Like, 11-year-old swearing is just kind of cringe. Got any cool plans for the weekend? Not really, to be honest. This time, not really. There's this really cool sounding restaurant in Dusseldorf that is, it's a Korean restaurant, but the building is like a classic German pub. I've always wanted to try it, but it's usually so busy that you have to make a reservation. Like, I don't think I would get in if I would make a reservation for tomorrow, but maybe. Art looks great. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm pretty happy with it too, actually. Just part of the British primary school experience. Very true. Very true. I need to hide the color layer because I can't see anything. Yeah, frickin' Dusseldorf has a lot of amazing frickin' Asian restaurants. It's really cool and nice. And apparently a lot of them are pretty authentic. Why did your stream make me tired? I apologize, my tired sleepy might be rubbing off on you. I'll try to be a bit more annoying so you wake up again. Who's that character? Because I like the design. Do you mean the what I'm drawing right now? This is the original character of somebody named Mesh. I don't know if they have like social media or anything, unfortunately. My Ko-fi page just says Mesh. Thanks for explaining. You're welcome. Gotta be one of my favorite things about doing commissions, getting to draw a lot of really cool characters. I have another character coming up that I'll probably work on after this one is done. That is like really cool. I'm really excited to work on that one. Yeah. Who is this chipflake? Welcome in. Chill vibes are great, helps me keep my sanity in check while I'm working. I'm glad to hear that. We chill, we chat, we make art. I miss Korean food, but in the southern part there ain't a lot of them. It's probably some in Frankfurt, but it's Frankfurt. I've never been there. Is it bad? I only know it as that place that you go to if you want to fly somewhere else. I'm frickin' getting hungry now thinking about food. You ever thought about doing a stream with your partner? We've done a couple of streams together before, actually. It was fun. I just feel like there's not that much like it's kind of hard to make it as like a gaming stream. Like you gotta do something really interesting for people to watch. So it just felt like a bit pointless to do the streams together on our second channel, of course. Like when we could use that time to record a podcast that people will actually watch, you know? The most unique creature that you've been commissioned so far? I can't say I've had that many unique species, to be completely honest. Like, it's not that unique, but I recently drew an owl. Other than that, I can't really... I mean, I've had I've had a lot of characters where it's kind of like a typical species, like a cat or something, but they have something unique about them. Like a mask or something like that. Art is actually epic so far. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's almost done, actually. I just gotta finish off the shading. And then I usually sit on it for a day and come back to it and see if there's anything I want to touch up before I send it off. Owl persona. Yeah, they were like an owl who is also a giant. Which is really cool, but I was drawing an icon, so you can't really like get the giant part out of it, unfortunately. I did draw some tiny little animals on like sitting on the character's shoulder. But because it's an icon, I feel like it kind of looks like the animals are just tiny, and not that the character itself is really big. Recommend the sandwiches from Nordsee if you like fish. I actually really like Nordsee. As a Brit, a fast food chain where you can get fish and chips, I approve. Play It Takes Two, that's a cool co-op game. I've played that game with my partner actually. We didn't finish it yet, but it was pretty cool. Your country slows YouTube? I've never heard of that. That's wild. Is it the same on Twitch as well? Ashamed to admit that despite my heavy British heritage, I do not like fish. How dare you? We'll commission you to draw a pangolin so you can get your interesting creatures portfolio started. I appreciate that. That name sounds very familiar, but I can't think of what that is off the top of my head, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna finish up the shading real quick, and then I'll go take a little break. I gotta refill my Pepsi. It's very important. I'm so glad I like fish, to be honest, because there's so many really nice sushi flavors that I would be missing out on if I didn't like fish. Drawings are so excellent. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Welcome in, by the way, if you only just joined. Sushi is god tier, I agree. It's amazing. It's just kind of expensive, over here at least. Which is a shame. Sushi is awesome, I do like fish when it's on sushi. What do you mean? Then you don't hate fish. Well, you didn't say hate, did you? How frickin' dare you? Okay. One last thing, I'm gonna do some nose shadow. I don't know why I didn't do that before. Nobody knows. Ha ha ha. It is funny because it sounds like the word nose, but I said nose with a KN. But I actually meant nose as in the facial feature. Hey, that's an example of an English word that's spelled a certain way but pronounced a different way. Should be pronounced nose, of course. Your voice sounds so nice and calm that it gives the stream a really chill atmosphere alongside your great art, and I love it. Thank you so much. That's really sweet of you. I appreciate it. I do apologize if you just joined. I'm about to go take a little break, but I'll be back in 5 minutes, so go and grab your own beverage and snacks, and I will be back in about 5 minutes. Also, while I'm gone, do not forget that no. 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 The most terrifying thing of all is that his legless form now exists in the third dimension. Just kidding, they're just hidden. Chipflake.shop, a limited time. Okay, bye. That's 350. Hello, welcome back. So, this is what it looks like. And I'll probably, do a couple touch-ups. I usually leave it for a couple days and come back, and then I'll see any errors and errors and such that I don't notice when I've been staring at it for multiple hours. So for now, I'll move on to the next one. Let's go. Thank you for the head pats. Okay, give me a second to grab my reference images. Yippee. Oh. Oh yeah, this is the one really cool character I was talking about. Hell yeah. So, am I allowed to say hell? Because that's technically a curse word as well, isn't it? Okay, they made a couple of requests for the background, yellow or purple. Okay. Okie dokie. Don't usually get to watch a stream since I'm always at school, but when I do, it's the best way for me to start the day. That's really sweet, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Okay, I am brewing an idea in my head. Hell is a curse word? I think it's just like one of those things that's offensive to Christians. And in that sense it's a curse word, but it's not like, you know. Circle. I think I'm like trying to think of a facial expression that isn't just straight up copying the reference. I'm gonna do like a kind of like yeah, like an angle. Angle. What species are they? Does it say? Oh, a three-tailed jackal. Well, that's frickin' badass. Hello? Perfect circle. Well, almost. Circles and ovals. Indeed, you're getting the double whammy today. There's a frickin' spider on my bathroom floor. You know what I hate about spiders? The fact that they're so frickin' fragile. Like, if they weren't so fragile, I would literally just pick them up and put them outside. But, like, because I have this weird phobia where I'm, like, freaked out by dead insects and arachnids, I guess. Like, the idea of accidentally breaking the spider's leg and, like, ruining its whole career, like, freaks me the hell out. Yeah, I find it very hard to kill insects, honestly. Even like mosquitoes and flies. I was starting to think that I was a bug in my previous life, and that's why I'm so freaked out by the thought of dead insects. How's your day going? It is going. It is going pretty good. Thank you for asking. Hello. I am live. It leaves. Well, bye. Insects are adorable. I agree. They're very, I want to say underrated. There's a different word I'm thinking of. Like, too many people are, like, overly mean to insects, and that bothers me. So the same with fish as well. Like, too many people are just, like, totally cool with animal abuse when it pertains to fish. Because they like, don't consider fish on the same level as, like, cats and dogs. But, like, they're still animals, dude. Hi, oh my god, hi. OMG, hi. I'm gonna have to make this dude smaller and then fit him in the space. They got these big ol' ears. Ah. I like how we were talking about eating fish earlier, and now we're like, yo, fish are animals, bro. They're just like a cat or a dog. It is an interesting discrepancy that we have as a species, though. Finch, very true, very true. But have you considered fish? Bro, I just spent so much time drawing this beautiful left eye that I'm now gonna cover up with hair. Can you believe this? Bro has a cool frickin' hairdo though, gotta say. Meow 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 meow. Speaking of food, I have no idea what I'm gonna eat today. So I'll just like eat some ice cubes. Got some ice cubes in my freezer. Can do some munch munch crunch crunch. You know what I'm saying? It's a case of starving artists. Nah, don't worry. I have food. I just forgot what I have planned. What did I plan? I planned meals for like the entire week. Oh, frickin', my partner wanted to make bolognese. They're very good at bolognese. Let me just say that. I was playing Valorant the other day and I swear I heard a guy who sounded just like you but without your accent. I can't even imagine how that would sound. Yeah, in case it wasn't obvious enough, I do not play Valorant. Not my thing. I don't play a lot of online games, honestly, so if you ever meet someone who's pretending to be me, not saying that guy was, just in general, it's probably not me. Just saying. Eating ice cubes is bad for your teeth, but I don't care because I'm an adult. I was just kidding. Don't actually eat ice cubes. Okay, now I'm gonna do a big resize. Maybe not that big. About like this size, so you can still see a bit of the background. Hello? Okay. Meow 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 meow. Munch munch crunch crunch. Oh, I finally continued playing Apollo Justice. It's really good so far, actually. I don't know why more people don't talk about that game. Ace Attorney mentioned? Yeah, indeed. I had to kind of like get used to the art style coming from the GBA games. But it's really grown on me. I really like the art style now. I frickin' love the little like animations that the characters do. They're so expressive and cute and satisfying to look at. I do have to say though, I'm like only halfway through the... I played the tutorial trial, and I'm like halfway through the next trial, and I already feel like I'm gonna be playing this entire series, because I want to play all of the Ace Attorney games. I feel like I'm gonna be playing them for the rest of my life. Yes. Like, I already found the original games really long. Or like, Apollo Justice so far is like ridiculously long. I don't know how I feel about that. It's like cool, good value for money. But I'm honestly getting kind of tired of playing only one game for like several months at a time. I need to find some shorter games to play sometime. Played every game in the series except for Versus Layton. That's the only one I haven't played. That's the one that kind of like inspired me to play the series, actually, because I'm a big Professor Layton fan. So I want to be able to play those ones whilst like knowing the story of the previous games, you know? I'm kind of planning to play the entirety of both the Ace Attorney and Professor Layton series. Because I guess I'm the kind of guy who, even though I own a Switch, I barely touch it in favor of my frickin' 3DS. I just love the DS so much. I love the DS, I love the 3DS, and I love the Game Boy Advance very, very much. I mean, the Switch is great too. But considering all the games I want to play for it are like $60. 60 euros. Kind of like holding off on buying new games. Ever played Undertale? I have actually never played Undertale, but I have watched Let's Plays and streams for every single what do you call it? Run? Like, you know how there's like the routes, there we go, routes. For each route I've seen a playthrough of it. So it's like basically playing it myself. I've also played I've played a bit of Deltarune actually, but my completionist side clashed heavily with my game too hard causes me to lose all motivation to play it side. And I haven't played it since I realized it's gonna take me a while to beat the Jevil, which is a optional fight. but I also really want to like 100% it, so you can probably see what I mean by those two sides clashing. Yeah, I could actually revisit Undertale even on stream if you'd be interested in that. Because considering I've never played it myself, it might be interesting to properly experience it. And I think enough time has passed where I've forgotten a lot of it, so I could probably play it without knowing what to do immediately, kind of thing. Might be interesting. Thank you for the lurk, by the way, Akira. Good luck with whatever you're working on, if you happen to be working on anything. I think one of these days I'm gonna have to just bite the bullet and just play the regular story of Deltarune without the optional fights. Please stream Undertale / Deltarune as someone who had a huge face for each. Both are super entertaining. I think you'd love it. Yeah, I'll definitely think about it. I think what I want to do is finish Rain World, or at least because you can play different characters, right? I would at least finish I think the first character you play is called Monk. I would finish his part of the game before I start a new game on stream. I'll probably do a vote every time I start a new game, and do that rather than alternating between multiple games. So yeah. It'll take 1 trillion years for you to finish Rain World. Yeah, I'm definitely not gonna play every single route before starting a different game. Newbie here, yo, welcome in. Thank you for stopping by. Cool art, thank you very much, I really appreciate it. It's easy to make cool art when people give you cool characters to draw. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with this actually. I'm gonna go ahead and start lining it. Yippee! Oh, I don't need the timeline yet actually. Be gone. What genre of games do you like? I'd say probably RPGs are my favorite. Like, obviously, I like Pokemon a lot. I do tend to prefer single-player stuff. I actually like tower defense games quite a lot, even though I don't really play them that much. I was a really big fan of Sanctum, if anyone knows what that is. It's like a first-person tower defense game, which was like really interesting. Which is surprising for me, because I don't usually like first-person stuff. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Tunic, but that's a good game. Are you ever gonna change your socks character? Hope not, because it's cool. Well, thank you for the compliment. I'm not gonna say that I will definitely never change this character because I don't trust myself to live up to that, even though I feel like I won't right now. I don't know how I'm gonna feel in the future. But yeah, definitely not planning to. I am planning to add as many different characters as I can to my streams, but socks will always be like the default, if that makes sense. What do you mean, obviously? I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot what I said. No, I don't know. Hello, Mr. Streamer, I like your cat animation. Well, thank you very much. Welcome in. It's your favorite Pokemon game. My favorite Pokemon game, and also my favorite game of all time, is a tie between Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. Very easy roll off the tongue name, I know. And Pokemon Heart Gold. Dude, Nier Automata is a game that I keep hearing about recently. I really want to play it. But I'm kind of holding off on buying new games right now, especially ones that cost more than like 10 euros. I might grab it next time it's on sale. Cause I'm very interested in playing it, honestly. Oh my god, is that a Psyche in my Twitch chat? What the heck? Explorers of Sky story is so good. It is! It is. It frickin' blew me away as a child. And even revisiting it as an adult, it blows me away. Like, how does this children's game have such a good story? Yeah, to be fair, I think there's a lot of games you could say that about, but yeah. Like, this frickin', like, spin-off game has, like, one of my favorite stories in any game, any video game. It's wild how good it is. I actually, like, really like the gameplay of the Mystery Dungeon series as well. I find it really fun. I kind of wish there was a way I could see how many hours I've put into that game, because it's probably a lot. My first stream of you, but your animations are probably my favorite animations on YouTube, because I can relate to a lot of your stories and animations. That's really sweet of you, thank you so much. Thank you for stopping by. I usually stream every Monday, Wednesday and Friday around this time. Although, just a heads up, I am taking next week off. But I'll be back the week after. On Monday. Provided nothing comes up. So your opinion on the recent Pokemon games? I gotta be honest, I haven't played Scarlet and Violet yet. And I also held off on playing Legends Arceus for a very long time because I was afraid that I wasn't gonna like it. I didn't really like Sword and Shield. I didn't even like X and Y very much. Like, ever since X and Y came out, I haven't really liked a main series Pokemon game that much. But I gotta say, when I played Legends Arceus, I freaking loved it. It's one of my favorite Pokemon games of all time now. And I probably will pick up Scarlet and Violet eventually. But like I said, I'm kind of holding off on buying new games until I finish the ones that I have already. Or at least some of them. How go the comms? Pretty good. I'm having a lot of fun making them. Just wanted to say thank you. Your video was largely a part of me questioning and later coming out. Thank you for explaining your experience. That's really sweet. I'm glad I could help in some way. Thank you for stopping by the way. Also, I forgot to respond to that. The reason I said obviously I like Pokemon is I feel like I talk about it all the freaking time about how I like Pokemon. Oh, you know what it was? I said I like RPG games. I meant like obviously I like RPG games because I like Pokemon. That's what it was. Ah. Should I be concerned about having over 1,000 hours on a game? Not necessarily, actually. I feel like, while a lot of people put that amount of hours into gaming, like, overall. It's just spread out across a lot of different games. But if you're the kind of person who, like, hyper-focuses on one specific game, or like a handful of specific games, in which you have all of your hours put into it, I don't think there's a problem with that. I think if you added up all the hours I've spent on like all the different games I play in like over the years, I would probably also have several thousands of hours. What's your favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon is Sneasel. In an alternate timeline, instead of Pokemon, you were a very big Dark Souls fan. Oh, Dark Souls would clash very hard with my game is too hard, which means I lose all motivation for it. Little trait that I have. To be honest, if you added up all of the time I've spent in Pokemon Heart Gold across all of my different playthroughs, I would probably also have over 1,000 hours. I remember having over 400 hours in Pokemon Diamond as a kid and being like, whoa, that's a lot. But obviously that doesn't even count the times where you reset the game and do another playthrough. 5k hours on Undertale? Wow. Okay, is that like... Because Undertale has like a linear story, right? Like, there's not really a post-game? Is that just from doing so many different playthroughs? For 5:41 AM? Do I need to tell you to go to sleep? Yeah, it's getting super dark over here. The sun sets like very fast. I was hoping I would think of something more interesting to say in the time it took me to think, but I didn't. Replayed each route 20 times. That's interesting. Oh yeah, that kind of reminds me, because I was kind of like complaining a little bit about how I've been playing Apollo Justice recently, which is part of the Ace Attorney series, if you don't know. And I really like it so far, but it feels so long. I think that's a reason why I like Pokemon so much. Is because I feel like you can kind of play those games at your own pace. Like you can kind of you can beat the story fairly quickly if you want to, or you can take your time and like mess around and do other stuff, or just like battle everybody or whatever. And like if you feel like getting a lot done in the game, you can, and then the next day you want to like grind for 10 hours and like look for shinies or something, you can do that. I think that's one thing that I like about Pokemon that I never really realized before. Ah. How good are you at PvP Pokemon though? I've never really played PvP Pokemon, to be honest. It was always something that I was kind of interested in getting into. But in the end I never did. Mostly because back when I was like kind of interested in it, it was still very difficult to like get Pokemon that have the frickin' like max EVs and whatever. And I just couldn't be bothered to deal with that. Now so much time has passed that I'm not really interested in it anymore. I did play a little bit of Smogon back in the day, but I was so bad at it that I lost motivation. Have to catch a flight in 8 hours? Bro, what is wrong with you? Please go to sleep, dude. It's okay to miss 15 minutes of stream. Well, yeah, there's so many freaking games that I want to play, and they're all so long. Like, I would love to finish Baldur's Gate 3 one day. But that game is ridiculously long, even if you don't do all the extra stuff. And of course I want to do all the extra stuff because I'm part completionist. I also have an issue with Baldur's Gate 3. That I've taken a break from it for so long that I don't remember what I was doing anymore. And I've tried making a new game, but like I don't feel like doing all the stuff that I already did over again. So now I just don't play it. Even though I really want to. I want to finish it. I only got to Act 2 and that was really fun. So annoying. I have the same issue with with Bayonetta as well. I wanted to play that series, and I managed to finish the first game. I started playing the second game, and I was like, whoa, it's so much better than the first game, I'm having so much fun. And then something happened where I stopped playing it for some reason. I think I just got busy. And now when I try to go back to it, I'm like worse at it. I'm like so bad at it that I'm not like having fun with it anymore. So I'm like, okay, what if I just start over and like relearn how to play the game? But I can't be bothered to do everything that I already did. Such a first world problem, I know. Yeah, I love video games, and I also hate them. Still salty about it being the game of the year? Really? Is there a different game that you think deserved it better? I didn't really keep up with the Game Awards this year, to be honest, so I don't even know who won what. Tails in your art style when? I think I've actually drawn Tails on stream before, in one of my sketch request streams. I do not know which one though. I apologize. How warm is it at your place? I think it's also like 10 degrees here, maybe a bit less. Resident Evil 4 remake. Oh, okay, okay. Never played a Resi game either. Because of course I haven't. It's the first console you ever got. I believe it was the PlayStation 1. But it might have also been, it might have been the... Wait, what is going on here? I messed something up here. It might have been the Game Gear, actually. I had a frickin' Game Gear. Like, what? But I was so young when I had that I don't really remember much of it. I think I played Sonic on it a little bit. But other than that, I don't really remember much of it. My brother and I shared consoles. So don't think that my mum gifted a 5-year-old a Game Gear. I think a lot of my consoles were hand-me-downs from my stepbrother, actually. Well, the Game Boy Color I had was my brother's, actually. Oh.
Green paper jump scare. I work ist gleich more months to spend.
Danke Swifty für die grüne Papier. Das freut mich. Willkommen da. Willkommen ins Stream. Keine Ahnung, ob das richtig ist, aber ich tue einfach so, als ob das richtig ist. Yippie. Ja. Ich wenn Stream. Yippie. No, I said, thank you, Swifty. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the green paper. I said welcome. And then I was like, me when stream. Yeah, I appreciate it, dude. I hope you're doing well. Oh yeah, I was saying that the Game Boy Color that I had was actually belongs to my brother. But I played it so much that eventually he just gave up on asking for it back and it became mine. What I wanted to say with that was that I remember getting Pokemon Red from, like, as a hand-me-down from my stepbrother, who was like 5 years older than me, I think. Which makes me think that maybe the Game Gear was from him as well, because I can't imagine my mum buying me and my brother a Game Gear when we were like 7, you know. I mean, maybe she did, I don't know. I also have no idea what happened to the Game Gear. I haven't seen it in many years. Is Anthro-Chip from the older Storytime videos gonna come back soon? I love the design. Well, thank you. I will say I'm not gonna use him again, like, to represent me. Because he's not me anymore, even though I'm literally using him to represent me right now. Just ignore that part. But, okay, promise not to tell anybody. But watch my next video for a surprise, and I will no longer elaborate on that. Have you played Baldur's Gate 3? Hey, that's funny. We were literally just talking about that. I have played it. Unfortunately, I've never finished it, but I do want to finish it one of these days. Remember getting a 3DS around the time when the Switch came out. Thought the 3DS was the best thing ever. Still is. That's funny. Yeah, I know the Switch is also technically a portable system, but you can't deny that the 3DS or the DS are like way more comfortable to play handheld. Like, even with accessories to like make the, you know, the Switch is like a brick. It's like a really thin brick. It's so uncomfortable to hold in your hand. But you can get accessories to like form the, like, you put like a case around it and it adds like a shape to the back which actually fits nicely in your hand. But even with that, just because the screen is so big, I find it really uncomfortable to play handheld after a while. I think that's part of the reason why I keep going back to the 3DS. Instead of, like, playing the games that I could play on the Switch. I play them on the 3DS instead. Oh, frick. It's frickin' almost 6 PM already. What the heck? You know what that means. Fish? True. It's Fishy Friday, everybody. Fish. Yep. Yeah, just a reminder. I am taking next week off streams, but I also just remembered that my partner has something interesting planned on Thursday, I believe. So don't tell him I sent you, but Andromeda on YouTube. Thank you for the bits, by the way, Casper. Really appreciate it. Have you seen a game called Web Fishing on Steam? It's very chill and funny. Yeah, I've played it a little bit actually. It's super nice. I like it a lot. Stream almost over. Obligatory. What program do you use? Question /J. Hey, look! I forgot that I even have an alert that tells you what program I use. Web fishing stream. I could, but you kind of have to. I'm always kind of like nervous about streaming games like that. Because unless you obviously restrict it to certain people, then like anyone can join your game and then they can just write weird stuff in the chat. That kind of thing like stresses me out a little bit. I'm sure it's possible with like good moderation. Like a lot of other people do it, of course. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be open to joining somebody else's web fishing stream. Honestly, I might have to. I might have to frickin' like actually speak to people. You ever plan on getting a fursuit or anything? That sucks. Also, first time being able to catch a stream. Love the vibes. Well, welcome in. I do apologize that I'm about to end pretty soon. I gotta go and put food in my mouth. But yeah, I do kind of have like I did say once that if I ever hit 100k subscribers on my streaming channel, I would do a fursuit stream. If I would ever get to that point, that would mean that my streaming channel on YouTube would be so successful that I would probably be able to afford to buy a fursuit, so... Yeah, the thing is, I said that before I started multi-streaming on Twitch, so now it's like... I don't know, do I like count my Twitch followers in that? I should probably do that, actually. That's the solution. But yeah, there you go. Where do you buy them? As far as I know, most people sell them on a website called Dealer's Den, I think that's what it's called. If they don't offer, like, custom commissions. They are rather expensive, though, I must say. Hence the reason why I don't have a socks one yet. And hence the reason why I'm kind of, like, saying that it's, it would kind of be like a stream reward thing. How would that work? Well, I think we should cross that bridge if/when we get there. But yeah, it would probably just be like a webcam stream. Or I could be really extra and like go to a convention as well and like stream that. That would be cool. But yeah, unfortunately, I need money for that. Which I don't have. Well, maybe I will in the future. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for today. I really appreciate everyone who watched, even for like a minute or for the entire stream. I really appreciate it. We've had some really interesting conversations today, and I had a lot of fun, and I really appreciate everybody who stuck around and chatted and generally supports me in generally. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful hacking day. Do not forget that